Imagine complete darkness, no lights anywhere, no electricity, no candles, no matches, no lighters, just you, the freezing cold night, and deadly predators circling in the darkness. This was every single night for ancient humans for millions of years, until one extraordinary moment changed everything forever. Today, on AncientX, we tell the complete story of fire, how it was discovered, how it was controlled, how it changed humanity forever, and why without fire you would not exist today. Stay till the end, because the final fact will completely blow your mind. Chapter 1. Fire before humans. Fire is older than humanity itself. Long before the first human ever walked on Earth, fire was already here. Lightning storms struck dry forests, igniting massive wildfires that burned for weeks. Volcanic eruptions sent rivers of molten lava across entire landscapes. Spontaneous combustion ignited dry grasslands under intense sunlight. For millions of years, fire burned freely across the Earth, and every single living creature feared it completely. This fear of fire is hardwired into animal biology. Even today, put a flame near any wild animal and it will immediately flee. This instinct kept animals safe from deadly wildfires, but it also prevented them from ever using fire, until one species overcame that instinct. Chapter 2. The First Encounter. Scientists believe early humans first encountered fire through natural wildfires caused by lightning strikes. Around 3 million years ago, our earliest ancestors, Australopithecus, would have seen fire regularly, but like every other animal, they feared it completely. They ran from wildfires. They watched from safe distances. They never approached. But as human brains grew larger over millions of years, something began to change. Curiosity replaced pure fear. Our ancestors noticed something other animals never observed. After a wildfire burned through an area, the ground was covered in roasted seeds, nuts, and cooked meat from animals caught in the fire. And this cooked food tasted dramatically better than raw food. It was softer, sweeter, easier to chew and digest. This discovery was critical. Food found after wildfires began attracting early humans back to burned areas. Slowly, they learned to follow fire rather than flee it. Chapter 3. First control of fire. The evidence for when humans first controlled fire is still debated by scientists, but the most compelling evidence comes from Wonderwerk Cave in South Africa. Here, archaeologists discovered ash deposits and burned bone fragments dating back 1 million years. This is the oldest known evidence of humans controlling fire inside a sheltered location. 1 million years ago, Homo erectus was sitting beside a controlled fire inside a cave, using it for warmth, using it for light, using it for cooking, using it for protection. But how did they first capture that fire? Scientists believe early humans used burning branches from natural wildfires. They would carefully pick up a burning branch and carry it back to their camp. Then, the most critical skill was keeping that fire alive, feeding it with dry wood, protecting it from wind and rain, passing the burning ember from camp to camp. Some tribes may have kept the same fire burning for years or even decades without ever letting it die, because if it died, they had to wait for the next natural wildfire to capture again. Fire was their most precious possession. Chapter 4. Learning to make fire. The ability to create fire rather than just capture it was an even more revolutionary leap. The earliest fire-making technique was friction-based, the fire bow method, a pointed wooden stick placed in a small depression in a flat piece of dry wood. A bow with a twisted cord wrapped around the stick, moving the bow back and forth, spun the stick rapidly, creating friction and heat, eventually producing a small ember in the wood dust below. That ember was then transferred to a bundle of dry grass or leaves, blown on gently and nursed into a flame. This process required enormous knowledge and skill, the right type of wood, the right speed of spinning, the right angle and pressure, the right tinder material. All of this knowledge was developed and passed down through generations over thousands of years. Archaeological evidence suggests humans could reliably make fire by at least 400,000 years ago, perhaps even earlier. Chapter 5. How fire changed everything. The impact of fire on human evolution cannot be overstated. It changed absolutely everything. First, cooking food. When Homo erectus began cooking meat, the nutritional benefits were enormous. Cooking breaks down proteins, making them dramatically easier to digest. The same piece of meat provided nearly twice the calories when cooked compared to raw. More calories meant more energy for the brain to grow. Scientists believe cooking was directly responsible for the dramatic increase in brain size seen in human evolution. Our digestive systems actually shrank as cooking took over. Our teeth became smaller, our jaws became less powerful, our intestines became shorter because cooked food did the work that our raw food digestive system previously had to do, and all that energy saved from digestion went directly to the brain. Second, protection from predators. Before fire, night was the most dangerous time for humans. Nocturnal predators like lions, leopards, and hyenas ruled the darkness. Fire changed that completely. A campfire at night kept every predator away. For the first time, humans could sleep safely through the night. This dramatically reduced deaths and allowed population growth. Third, warmth and migration. Fire allowed humans to survive in cold climates they previously could not. Without fire, humans were limited to warm tropical regions. With fire, they could migrate into cold northern Europe and survive brutal ice age winters. Fire was the technology that allowed humans to colonize the entire planet. Fourth, social gathering. Fire created a gathering point. For the first time, humans had a reason to sit together in one place after dark. Around the campfire, they talked, they told stories, they shared knowledge, they planned hunts, they developed language, they formed deeper social bonds. The campfire was the first social media platform, and like social media today, it changed how humans communicated and connected forever. Fifth, light to work at night. Fire provided light after the sun went down. This effectively extended productive hours dramatically. More time to make tools, more time to prepare food, more time to create art, more time to develop new skills. Chapter 6. Fire in different cultures. Every human culture on Earth has a fire discovery myth. The ancient Greeks told the story of Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods and gave it to humans, for which he was punished for eternity. The myth shows how revolutionary and almost supernatural fire must have seemed to ancient people. Native American tribes told stories of coyotes and ravens stealing fire from spirit beings. Hindu mythology describes fire as a divine gift from the gods. Aboriginal Australians have fire mythology dating back 65,000 years. Every single human culture recognized fire as the most important discovery in human history. So how was fire discovered? Not by a genius inventor, not by a scientist in a laboratory, not by a single person. It was discovered by millions of years of evolution, growing curiosity, and one brave moment when an ancient human refused to run from a flame. That single moment of courage started a chain reaction that created everything. Cooked food grew our brains. Bigger brains created language. Language created civilization. Civilization created technology. Technology created the device you are holding right now. You are watching this video because one ancient human 3 million years ago picked up a burning branch and refused to let it go. Never forget how extraordinary that actually is. If you found this video incredible, smash that like button and subscribe to AncientX for more mind-blowing stories from the ancient world.